And welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. This is your quick jiu-jitsu podcast. Like I said, my name is Byron. I am not Chuck Norris. You know that Chuck Norris has never swatted a mosquito? It's not that he doesn't want to or doesn't even mind, he doesn't want to get bit. It's just too similar to tapping. It's not in his nature. I don't know. That may not be the best Chuck Norris joke, but I figured I'd give one a go. And I gotta tell you at least one. I'm not Chuck Norris. What do I mean by this? Neither is your instructor. And in some martial arts, the instructor is kind of viewed as a all-knowing, perfect example of the discipline that is the art. And if you need to know anything about that art, that person has it. No need to go anywhere else. In fact, that would be a mistake. That's kind of a weird thing. And that's not the way jiu-jitsu is. I'm not Chuck Norris. I don't know everything. Sometimes I feel like I know almost nothing about jiu-jitsu. I've only been training since 2002. I've got a lot more time I need to put on the mat to get a deeper understanding of jiu-jitsu. Your instructor is not Chuck Norris. Not perfect. Not invincible. Your teammates, even though they may compete really well, they are also not Chuck Norris. And I think jiu-jitsu does a good job of keeping us humble. But I have heard of some coaches basically claiming to be Chuck Norris, claiming that their jiu-jitsu is the best jiu-jitsu, and there's no need to, get online and look at anything. There's no need to go to open mat at a different school. In fact, that's considered rude to your instructor, why would you go somewhere else when we have the best right here? So that's kind of what I mean by no one's Chuck Norris in jiu-jitsu. I guess Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris in jiu-jitsu, but not even he is himself. I feel there might be a joke there somewhere, but I'm not going to work on it while I record a podcast. It's just, it's hard for me to believe, and I know it's out there, that some instructors feel the need to portray that they know all of jiu-jitsu. They have the answers. They have the right answer. And sometimes when they correct you, you're doing the wrong thing. And sometimes you are doing the wrong thing, but sometimes you're doing something that they may not know about. I'm not urging you to, get off of the path that your instructor has put down in front of you, especially if you're fairly new. There's a reason why they put those things in there. And it may not be the absolute best thing for you, but it's a good thing. And they put time and effort and they have more experience at jiu-jitsu than you. But are they perfect? No. Could they get submitted if they were rolled with, a certain person? Absolutely. Pretty easily, probably. There's no Chuck Norris's other than the actual, because I think Chuck Norris does train jiu-jitsu. I don't know if he currently does, but he's definitely learned about jiu-jitsu, and back in the day, he was into it. I don't know where he is at now, but the idea that somebody is, doing push-ups and actually just pushing the earth down instead of moving up, that's that type of idea of a superpower in your instructor, your coach, your sensei, the master, professor's a big one. Whatever you call them is fine, but just know, if they're anything like me, when you ask me a question, if I have a good answer, I'll give it to you. If I don't, I'll tell you I don't know. It may be hard, especially for like a newer black belt who feels like they should have that. If you're that newer black belt, listening today, nobody expects you to know everything. We all realize that you develop a game and a system, and it's a black belt level game and system, and things that you do are performed at that level. But when you get outside of that, your system might be a brown belt, or what you're doing might be a brown belt, or even lower. That's just jiu-jitsu. It's tough. It's Chuck Norris tough. Anyway, I wonder if Chuck Norris quit jiu-jitsu. That could be a thing. Hope not. But I think there's a joke for that one, too, about jiu-jitsu maybe winning. I don't know. He probably still trains a little bit. I shouldn't even talk about it because I don't know. Anyways, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to support the podcast, check us out on Patreon, where you can get an audiobook in the BjjBrick shop. The money helps to support this podcast, keep it going. Have a great day, and stay sweaty.